All
Okay.
right. All right. Welcome everyone to our spring competition 2026. Tonight we have I will go over the agenda for tonight. So we'll first introduce our judges, then we will look at the scoring guidelines, then we will go through the calibration of our monitor and run through all the images for today's competition. We have 46 images in total for tonight. And then after we do the start the judging around the after the 23rd image, we will have a 5-minute break. And then after that, we'll continue our judging. So that is the agenda for tonight. So moving on to our judges introduction. Our first judge that we have today is Mr. Bruce Bernay. Bruce is an award-winning nature and landscape photographer based here in Redlands, California, a longtime Redlands Camera Club member and past president. He has earned numerous state and national honors for his work, including multiple top 10 photographer awards from the Professional Photographers of California. Our second judge is Mr. Jerry Vance. Jerry has spent over 60 years mastering the art and science of photography, from film and home darkrooms to today's digital dim room. A lifelong PPA member and multi-award winning portrait photographer, Jerry continues to share his passion through education, mentoring, and professional judging. And our third judge today is Mr. Kip Cothran. Kip is a master photographer with the Professional Photographers of America, and he has been working in photography for over 43 years, beginning when he printed his first black and white photo at the age of 8 in Washington, D.C. After traveling the world as a cruise ship photographer from 1988 to 1990, he now specializes in event photography, known for shooting, printing, and delivering images on location for immediate client satisfaction. So please welcome our judges. So for tonight, this is a scoring guideline that our judges will be using. We don't merit our images, so the only time we challenge will be if the images, if the score between two judges is more than 10 points, then we will challenge the images. But this is what we use as a scoring guideline. So right now, what we're going to do, I'm going to unshare my screen for a second. Stop sharing for a second, and then I will.
Cheryl, this is where you'll share your screen.
Okay. Sorry. So yes, Cheryl, if you can share your screen now.
Screen is shared.
Perfect. So what we're going to do right now is that we are going to calibrate our monitors. So can everyone see the two images that I have on screen right now? One on the left-hand side are a series of photos, including some kids and babies at the bottom. And on the right-hand side are some grayscale black and white graphic there. Can everybody see
Good.
that?
Kip, you are muted. I'm going to unmute you, or you may have done that on purpose. Okay. And then,
Can,
Jerry, you can see the screen. We're good
Yes.
there.
Yes, I can.
Bruce Benet, you're
Okay.
good?
I'm good.
All right.
all right. So Bruce, do you want me to go through some sample images or can we go ahead and
No, you can go jump right in. We're well calibrated.
okay, perfect. So we're gonna do right now is going to do a run through of all the images that we have for tonight. So I am going to mute myself and I'm just gonna go ahead and run through the images. And the reason why I have to mute myself is because when I'm doing the clicking on my computer, you can hear a lot of clicking. So I'm gonna start with the first image and I'll unmute myself. I mean, I'll mute myself. Here is our first image.
They're not loading. Slow down.
Yeah, they're loading kind of slow. I don't know how big that is.
Looks like this is cut off. Cheryl, do you want to back out a bit?
Yeah, bottom's cutting off quite a bit.
A little bit more.
That's as far as I can go.
Okay, we got an edge. I see an edge.
And that is our last image. All right, so are we all ready now? Can I?
I'm ready.
All
I'm
right.
ready.
So we're going to start with the first image. So Carl will be making the announcement on the category and the title of this image. Carl?
Okay, the first image is in the places category. Blood moon. Blood moon.
Just waiting for Jerry's score. The score is 81.
Score of 81. This one goes to Bruce.
Okay. Interesting photo. I scored an 84. I liked the image. I had wanted to go out and do this myself, but I didn't want the cold, so applaud the person who did it. I like the fact that you've got the entire part from beginning to end. I like the fact that you have foreground in it that you can see. The only thing I would have liked to have seen is on both ends, the moon is well overexposed, and I'd like to have seen the actual the surface of the moon so we could actually see it. Like you go down about halfway between the beginning and the full the middle of it, you can see that there's detail within those moons. But after that, before that, and then after that at the bottom, you lose it to oversharpening or not overexposure.
Okay, thank you, Bruce. The next image is in the animal category. Looking at you. Looking at you.
Just waiting for Bruce. The score is 76.
This one goes to Jerry.
Okay, well, we've got just title is, I'm sorry, I give it a 75. The title is excellent because the bird's looking at us. The only issue I have is the technical. The bird does not as sharp as it should be. That eye should be razor sharp, and it's a little overexposed. And doesn't really. I mean, it's almost too centered too for me. So it's got several things that technically bother me. But I like that the bird is we're making contact with it. I like that eye contact.
Okay, thank you, Jerry. The next image is in the animal category. Incoming snow geese. Incoming snow geese.
Waiting for Bruce.
How do I back out of this thing? Let me try this again.
There's a clear.
There we go.
The score is 82.
Okay, I scored this image an 84. I like to follow the leader. I like the whether it's a composite or not, I don't know, but I just like the way it's laid out and the pretty much I just like the I like the I'm going to say camaraderie, but it's not really I like how everybody's just following the lead, the single goose down at the bottom, and my eye goes to the lightest goose, and everybody's following him around. Everything else in the background is misty and dramatic, and the blue key line kind of goes with the blue out of focus in the background. It's too thick, but I like this image. It's picking on me. It's like I like it.
Can I make a comment?
Yes.
Uh, Thing that caught my eye, I thought I liked the image, except that there is some halo around some of the birds. And it gives me the impression that this was
Composite.
put together.
Yeah.
So, but other than that, I liked it.
I do see it. I see the halo in as well. I see it now, but I figured it was a composite as well, but I was enjoying it.
Yep.
Thank you, Kip. Next image is in the people category. An austere stare.
Sorry.
Uh,
Bike in a pickup bed. Bike in a pickup bed. That's it. Digital arts.
oh,
Digital arts, bike in a pickup bed.
Waiting for Kip. The score is 81.
And this one goes to Bruce.
Okay. Very interesting image. I liked it. It definitely kind of put you back in time. And I wonder how this guy even moves with the the truck being just a little bit low on the ground. Interesting effect that's there. I'd like to have seen a little bit more, shall we say, a little bit softer of the effect. And one thing that that bothers me the most on it is there's a cord that appears between the bicycle and the truck that's absolutely sharp. I would get rid of that entirely.
Okay, thank you, Bruce. Now we're ready for the people category. An austere stare. An austere stare.
The score is 82.
I have an 82, and this one goes to Jerry.
I gave this image an 80. I like that she's not looking at the camera. I like that unaware look. I like the angle of the face. She's nice and crisp and sharp. The background is really out, which is ideal, especially if this is street photography. So you handle the depth of field really well. So I gave that an 80.
Okay, thank you, Jerry. Our first category, X, Flora, is spring on ice. Spring on ice.
And what is category X?
It's Flora.
Laura, okay.
The score is 82.
82, Kip.
Scored this image in 81. Again, I like the composite. I like the layout. Everything's flowing together with the flowers and the rocks. Nice presentation. Whether that's snow or not, I can't tell you, but it looks good to me.
Thank you, Kip. Next image is in the close-up category. Spring. Spring.
The score is 75.
75 to Bruce.
Interesting. I like the layout of the image. Beautiful flowers, but the thing that sold me back, I by the way did it. It was a 75. My score is 75. The challenge that I have is that it's out of focus. I think the only thing that's in focus is the the flower on the bottom, excuse me, middle right. You can see the yellow, I forget what they're called. They're look to be in focus. The other ones are out of focus.
Okay, thank you, Bruce. In the places category, Enchanted Castle. Enchanted Castle.
The score is 80.
80. Jerry.
I gave this an 80. I like it. I mean, it's this kind of thing we do when we go there, and we got really nice exposure. It's sharp and crisp. I like the tree covering part of the black sky. Very nice. I like it. Give it an 80.
Thanks, Jerry. In the places category, we have Celestial Standoff. Celestial Standoff.
The score is 81.
81. This one goes to Kip.
For this image is 78. Um, I want more out of this image. I like the image, but I want more. Whether I want some light painting in there or more detail in the skies with the Milky Way up there. The snake, there's no detail in the face. There's partial. I need more there. I need either more light on the subject, but I need a darker sky or more detail in the sky as well. So darkening down the foreground or light painting. I need more. I need more. So that sky could be a lot brighter, more detail in there, and make it sing.
Thank you, Kip. The next image is in the digital artistry category, Friendly Pelican Trio. Friendly Pelican Trio.
The score is 79.
79 to Bruce.
I scored in an 80. I'm looking at a digital abstract, and it's very interesting the way the colors have been applied to it. I would like to, I'm debating whether I want to see sharper detail in the birds or not. But it's an interesting process that they did to get it here. Yeah, one of the things that kind of struck me though at first is I couldn't see the top bird until finally where, okay, there's the beak. But interesting effect.
category X, flora category, spring flora. Spring flora.
The score is 74.
That's Jerry's.
Okay, I gave this a 74. On the plus side, I can say that I like the composition. It is well ordered as far as the subject where it is in placement and the left of the frame. And then we go off in the background, we know this like a government building with the American flag. That's all nicely done, but I see nothing really sharp here. I mean, we need some of these flowers on this tree to have to be sharp somewhere. So that's my biggest complaint. That was a 74.
In the people category, thank you, Jerry. We have Athena. Athena.
Nope, error. Try again. Okay.
The score is 79.
79. Kip.
I scored this image a 78. It's a nice capture of the lady. Beautiful eyes, single light. A couple of things that are hold me back are the from on her shoulder, on her right shoulder, her right shoulder. Her right shoulder is blending into the background. The background is pretty much underexposed. You see a lot of artifacting in the background. I would love to have a hair light on her back, on her hair. She has beautiful hair. I'd love to have a hair light on her hair, but it's just flat. It looks just flat. There's a side light coming in, but it just looks like a flat light. Give it some dimension, and but whether it's retouching, nice color with it, but I think she just needs a little more light to make her pop. But nice, beautiful lady. I love the color of the shirt. Give her some a hair light, and then she could be a winner.
I'd like to make a comment on it. One of the things that bothered me on it was the noise on the left-hand side. All the little white dots, it became something to distract me. My eyes kept on jumping over to them, but other than that, I thought it was a nice portrait.
That's the underexposed that I can see. That all that noise back there was the underexposed part that I was talking about.
Yeah.
The next image is in the places category. A piece of 9/11 history. A piece of 9/11 history.
Waiting for Bruce. The score is 79.
79 to Bruce.
I like this. I gave it an 80. Very interesting. The one I like it's sharp, it's clear, good gradation of the various black and white tones in there. The one thing that bothers me is the base is tilted. I think it'd be better if it was brought so it was perfectly level with the horizon. And though it might have made a difference on the way the medal was presented, but liked it. Emanating.
In the category X or flora category, raindrops on daylily. Raindrops on daylily.
The score is 77.
77. This one goes to Jerry.
I gave it a 74. Exposure is good. We don't have all of that flower in focus. And it is dead center, not the best way to present it. And I think the vignette really holds it back. So I give that 74.
Okay, thank you, Jerry. Next image is in the flora category. California buckwheat at sunset. California buckwheat at sunset.
The score is 76.
76, that goes to Kip.
This image is 76. There's a couple of good things. I like the blown out on the left-hand side, the blown out with the sun behind it. But I also like the nice exposure on the right-hand side. But being out of focus weeds that are the buckwheat that's out of focus is distracting, and then you have the dog back there that's on the right-hand side that you can still see as well. So too many different things, too many different elements that are trying to compete. It's not all about the buckwheat. You got the fence and the lens flare and the dog and just too many different things. If you zoomed in and picked one thing, you can crop in and concentrate on one thing to be your subject. That might work, but you got too many different things that are competing in this image.
Thank you, Kip. In the places category, the chapel.
The score is 78.
This was in Bruce.
I scored this a 77. Overall, I like this image. I know where it is, and it's I like the framing that you've done with the trees to kind of bring, provide a focus in on the chapel itself. I would have liked to seen the building brought out just a little bit more light on it to make it a little bit more dominant. Right now, probably the most dominant colors in that are the sky, which is beautiful behind it. But the building needed some more light on it, so just changing the exposure. And it looks to me like you've got the primarily vertical lines are vertical. So good for you. Good image.
Thank you, Bruce. In the animal category, Phanopepla and fall foliage. Phanopepla and fall foliage.
The score is 79.
79 to Jerry.
Okay, I scored it a 78. On the plus side, we've got a nice, crisp, sharp bird. The eye is great. The detail is great. Visual looks pretty good. I would like to see the composition simplified more though, because it's very cluttered with so much stuff in the background that is not out of focus as much as it should be, to really concentrate on the bird more. And then and you could do that with some cropping, and you could offset the bird to the right a little more. Put in the rule of thirds would help. But the biggest problem is the background. It's just super busy and powerful. It was a 78.
Thank you, Jerry. In the open miscellaneous category, exploration. Exploration.
The score is 78.
Yep.
I scored this image 80. And I don't know what it is, but it looks like a bunch of bubbles through a glass or something like that. Water drops or something. And but I like it. There's some hot spots in there, there's some corners. But again, I like it. I would bring in the cropping from the bottom. You have some dead space spots on the bottom. There are some hot spots. Like I said, I would bring the highlights down on some of those spheres. Again, I don't know what it is, whether it's just glycerin and water, but it piqued my interest, and I'm in it. I'm just in there swimming around with it, and I like it. So
Thank you, Kip.
thank you.
The next one is in the places category, Yosemite Icy Sunset. Yosemite Icy Sunset.
The score is 84.
84. Bruce.
I scored an 88. I really like this image. It's all the lines are like the light coming in from the right. It brings you right to where the primary focus is. The mountain down in the bottom again points to it. The leaves point to it. I really like it. I would like to have seen it a little bit sharper on the mountain, and then on the clouds on the far left, right above the hills, you can see there's some noise in there that has not been addressed. The rest of the sky has been blurred down, but it was missed in that area there. It almost looks like there's about 1,000 birds. And so it's a little bit distracting, but I thought it was a very dramatic picture.
Yeah.
I'll make a comment as well. I love this image. The fiery half dome up there, I would like to be brought down, bring down the highlights, and I think it would pop a whole lot more. But I think this is definitely a winner, definitely.
Great title too, because it feels cold.
Yeah, it is.
In the next category, it's places in Autumn's Path. Autumn's Path.
The score is 80.
That's Jerry's.
I gave it a 76. I've considered it an average capture. It's competently captured. Exposure's good, but it doesn't pop for me and scream at me. What, you know, the tree is okay, but I don't think it's enough to be a center of interest. And I go to the person. I do like the fence curving off to the right. I like that, but otherwise it didn't sing for me. Say score 76.
Thank you, Jerry.
I'd like to make one comment on that one.
Go ahead.
That is on the far right-hand side, there's a building that you see through it.
Yeah.
And I would have taken care of that. I would have moved some of the greenery down under, block that off. Because it kind of, once you see it, you can't unsee it.
Yeah. True.
Okay, thank you. The next image is in the places category. Lake Mary and mountains. Lake Mary and mountains.
The score is sorry, we have I think a big discrepancy here.
Yes, you do, Julie. It's
So can we
Brad.
get the judges to rescore, please?
Can we have comments on about each one of them before we rescore?
The score difference is more than 10 points between the
Right.
two
So
two judges.
they need to be able to go through their comments first.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I scored this image an 84. I think the capture is nice for the fact that it has a, I believe it's neutral density filter, very sharp image, nice contrast. Moving, I love running water, but you just have beautiful contrast all the way through. So you have your lights, darks, midtones, green through the middle, and running water, and even hot rocks, nice rocks. So I scored this image 84. I love the way it looks, and moving clouds. So everything looks great to me.
I scored an 89. I really like this. It's beautiful, as Kip said. It's sharp. The colors are beautiful. The thing that kept me going to the next higher level is I would have cut off about an inch or maybe 2 inches from the bottom. That doesn't really add much to the picture. This is, to me, would be a very strong horizontal format. And I just think it's an absolutely gorgeous picture.
Jerry, we need some words from you.
What did I score this? I think I scored a 70,
You scored 75.
75. You're right. It is a competent capture. It's a record shot. There's no artistic input into this. The water I've had no reason to look at that water. There's nothing happening there. You should crop off about at least 2/3 of that water. Make a skinny out of it. But otherwise, it's still just a record shot. So, okay.
Okay, judges, could you please rescore?
Oh, great. My phone just, come on, phone. Can wake the phone up. Okay.
The score is 84.
Thanks, Jerry.
Okay, the next one is in the people category. The joy of spring. The joy of spring.
The score is 77.
Bruce.
Okay, I scored it an 80. I really like this. It's definitely not perfect, but the color is captured spring. She is just radiating happiness, etc. It gives, it tells this title is great. It says exactly what it is. One thing I do though is I would tone down her earring. It is absolutely probably the brightest thing in the picture. Uh, and I might have even cropped it a little bit from the bottom, but the title is definitely shown in the picture. There's a lot of joy there. The eyes would have been like, I would like to have them sharper, but it gets the message across.
Thank you, Bruce. Next image is in category X, Flora. Fallen daisies. Fallen daisies.
The score is 75.
Jerry.
I scored this a 74. I'm in the ballpark. Exposure is good, color's excellent. I like the square format as well. Compositionally, it's a little all over the place. But what hurts it the most, it's over processed and over sharpened. I'll score that 74.
Okay, Julie, I show that as our 23rd image. Is
Yes,
done?
yes, it's time for a break. So
Oh,
let's
okay.
take a 5-minute break. And we should, so right now it is 7:27. Let's meet back at 7:35. Can't do math. Too late. All right. See you soon.
Make sure y'all get a bio break. Get some water. Refresh yourself. Oh. Yeah, it's here.
Hello, do I have everyone back?
Hello, Julie.
Hello.
All right, I see Jerry. You see
I'm here.
Bruce? Oh, there you are, Kip. Good job.
Are we all good? Let me know when you're ready to start.
Russ is ready.
Kip was born ready.
Is Carl there? Is Carl ready?
That's a good question. Carl, I see is still muted.
I'm back.
Okay.
No. We're missing that pretty face of yours.
Okay. Next image is on category X.
All right, give me a second.
Okay.
All right.
It's category X, which is flora, winter's
David
breath
Betwell.
in the Awani Meadow.
Excuse me, your phone's ringing.
All
Sorry.
right, Wallace and Gromit.
Yeah, that's from Wallace and Gromit. My son is going to have to get the call back from me in a minute here. So that's, I don't know how he didn't know I was on the phone. Anyhow, we've got winter's breath in the Awani Meadow. Winter's breath in the Awani Meadow.
I'm questioning the category.
It's category X, which is flora.
Does this count as flora? I'll let the judges be the judge of that.
It was entered as category X.
The score is 80.
So whatever the category, Kip, this is yours.
I scored this image an 80. I like the image. I like the black and whites of the trees. The whiteness of the trees in front. A couple things that I would actually have printed the whole thing black and white because the green in the background, I would rather have those just black, blacker trees. I also would have got rid of the house on the left-hand side on the bottom, especially the white bit on the bottom left-hand corner. But the thing that bothers me a little bit, I do like the fog, but I don't like the foreground, the darkness of the foreground. It looks like a drive-by shooting, and looks like they're out of focus of motion blur or just I don't think it's depth of field. It looks like motion, but it's not motion. It is distracting though. But I do like the top piece. If you would have had a vignette on the bottom, that would have been much better. But I do like that centerpiece there with the trees. Like I said, the vignette around it, getting rid of that house on the bottom left-hand corner, and a little bit of black and white all the way through would have been great. But very nice capture of the trees in the middle.
Thank you, Kip. We've got the next one.
Yeah, but, Carl, before you jump in, just my bad. Flora is all plants, so my mistake. And Cheryl, what's going on?
Uh-oh.
What's going on with what?
We're getting is somebody sharing their screen? I think you got bumped.
You're viewing Jasper's screen, it says, and it's going on forever.
Yes. So I think you need to reshare your screen. Somebody,
I'm sharing, but I can stop share.
Jasper's screen is sharing. Whoever Jasper is, I'm going to stop you from sharing. And if you could please reshare, Cheryl.
Okay.
Jasper, I'm not sure who you are, but we stopped you from sharing.
Are we good now?
Yes.
Looks good.
Okay.
The next is in the flora category. Category X, Mission Fountain Bloom. Mission Fountain Bloom.
The score is 77.
77. Bruce.
I like this image. The flower is beautiful in it. And the lily pads show where that is, etc. I would like to have seen the lily pads toned down somewhat because they are competing against the main actor in this, which is the primary flower. But very much spring. So maybe tempted to crop down a little bit on the top, one of those, all the highlights are distractors too. So, again, I coordinating.
Okay, the next image is in category X again, Flora. Garden lanterns. Garden lanterns.
The score is 77.
And this one goes to, let's see, who just did this one? Bruce did it. Jerry's got it.
Jerry, yeah.
Okay, I scored a 74. Well, on the plus side, I like the subject choice is excellent. They're really interesting flowers. Composition is excellent. Push to the right-hand side. There's some negative spin to the left. I like that. And the three predominant ones. But the technical aspect is just not sharp enough on the front flower. The other ones are way gone, of course. So that really helped a lot. Because it's a beautiful detail in that. The color is excellent. Exposure's good, but technically it's just not up to par. I give it a 74.
Thank you, Jerry. In the animal category, it's cactus wren. Cactus wren.
The score is 82.
I scored this image in 83. I'm not sure if it's over sharpened or not, but it looks great. Very sharp image. Lots of detail. The flowers look great. Nice key line, nice border, nice, just very nice colors all the way through. Background is 2.8 lens. So it's all muddy back there. It's all great. So nice capture and nice lighting.
Thank you, Kip. In the places category, view of Purple Mountain Comet. View of Purple Mountain Comet.
The score is 75.
Bruce.
I said a 74. I like the composition on the image, having the comet highlighted in the center of the arc. Milky Way galaxies up there. The thing that bothers me the most is the color. I don't remember seeing the sky as green and yellow. So that's my primary thing. Also, the arch itself is a little bit blurry. I'd like to have seen that tack sharp. Okay.
Thank you, Bruce. Carl.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I must have muted myself.
Oh, you're mute again.
Carl, you're up.
Sorry, I muted myself here. Okay. We're doing a animal category, performing a high wire act. Performing a high wire act.
The score is 81.
81. Jerry.
I scored an 81. Yeah, I named this bird on a wire, Too obvious, I guess. Excellent capture, I think. The bird looks like it's actually a little off balance with the wings up. Kind of nice. It's nice and sharp. Placement is excellent. You got room for him to peck at in the foreground, in other words, in front of the bird. So composition is good. Background's nice and blurred out. So I think everything pretty much checked all the boxes on this. I scored it an 81.
I'd like to make a quick comment.
Go ahead.
It caught my attention. There was the border, and in particular where the border is still showing through the actual image itself.
Wire.
So that was my thing that would have held it back.
Okay, thank you. The next image is in the flora category, royal purple. Royal purple.
The score is 74.
74. Kip,
I scored this image a 75. Um, I like this image. I like the different colors. There's some things that are drawing me back here, which are on the left-hand side, we have some green coming out of the purple. On the left-hand side, in the middle of the big flower. On the border, you have some green coming out of the border. On the right-hand side, I'm not sure what it was. Clone marks that are on the flower, on the purple flower itself, plus maybe another leaf that was there, that's still there, that got cloned out. So the job wasn't finished, put in, but not finished. So there's some more work to be done, not completed. So what is completed, some of it looks great. Background is blending into the purple. Looks like there's one dust spot up there as well, and the green. But keep working on it. It's a little tight for me as well, but give it some room to breathe. But keep working on it, and I think you might come up with something nice.
okay, thank you, Kip. The next one is the places category, Salty Dog Aurora, Homer Spit, Alaska. Salty Dog Aurora, Homer Spit, Alaska.
The score is 84.
84.
I scored an 82. The foreground and the quote lighthouse, they're all just tack sharp, just really beautifully done. And having the aurora borealis behind it is very nice. One thing that kind of bothers me though is in the lighthouse there's the blue in the windows, and I think those should be toned down considerably. They kind of draw the eye to those because they're very bright. And also the gas lamp hanging from the saloon also is blown out. But a fun picture.
Okay, thank you, Bruce. In the people category, monk in prayer. Monk in prayer.
The score is 83.
And this one goes to Jerry.
I wanted to go higher on this. I get a 78 because I like the setup is excellent. Everything from the foreground, I like the black background. The hands are fantastic with the incense, but that's the only sharp place in it is the hands with the incense. The face is the brightest thing against the darkest thing. So your eye goes right there every time, and his face is way out of focus. So that kind of bothers me. I'd almost rather have just him concentrate on the hands and not do the face at all. But if you're not going to focus it, so it had tremendous potential here, but it's a miss. So I give a 78.
In the open miscellaneous category, we have on my bike, just me and my girl. On my bike, just me and my girl.
The score is 81.
Yep.
I scored it an 80. I think it's a nice capture, very nice capture. Solid background, solid shot of the two of them just hanging out on the bike. No idea what kind of Sasquatch that is on the on the handle up there.
Yeah,
Uh,
really.
Whether it's a bullhorn or I see maybe that's bull horns on the front, but they're just chilling. They're having a good time. They're just cruising. I mean, they're sitting there, but um, having a good time, just chilling. So nice capture and pretend like they're going down the 395.
I'd like to make a comment. On the right-hand side, about 1/3 of the way up, there is something there I just cannot understand. It looks like some ropes hanging out or something like that, but it's a definite distraction. And I like that the image overall is tack sharp, but that unfortunately also meant that, high shutter speed, which meant you don't have any motion in the wheels. And I'd like to see a little bit of motion there to make it like they were in fact moving.
Okay. The next image is in category X, Flora. It says black and white lotus during pollination. Black and white lotus during population. During pollination. The title actually says B and W, lotus during pollination.
Ah, okay.
The score is 77.
And that goes to Bruce.
I scored at 76. I really liked this picture when it first came up. It just had real impact
Yeah.
on me. However, then I started picking up some of the details. For something that bothered me immediately was the black or the dark thing that's in the center. don't understand exactly what that is. And then there's the around surrounding it are various areas where you have a little bit of light on some of the other flowers or things like that, but they're a distraction from it. And they really made me back. But very dynamic. Look like there's some dust spots on the image at various parts of the leaves. But if those other items had been taken care of, it was a very dramatic picture.
The next image is in category X, Flora, Icelandic poppy weeping. Icelandic poppy weeping.
The score is 77.
Jerry,
I gave this one a 79. While you got good exposure, it's crisp, it's sharp. I like the water drops on the flower. I like the idea of a drooping flower as well, but it suffers from a lack of simplicity. I would like, usually when you get something that's interesting like this, you want to simplify more and have one flower. You have really out of focus flower on the right, actually almost touching it, and that's a big distraction. That should be gone. And then I would like the background even more diffused. So it's just a little too tight, and it's not simple enough. Simplification really helps on impact as well. We're at a 79.
okay, thank you, Jerry. The next category X, Flora, is hummingbird sage. Hummingbird sage.
The score is 83.
Yep.
I scored an 84. Two beautiful hummingbirds going after breakfast. Looking very nice, lit nicely. Again, nice 2.8 lens or f4. So nice bokeh background. Plant looks nice, well lit on both sides. Very nice capture. Just wherever the maker was at, inside, outside, just looking real good. And the background looks great.
Only comment I can make for the maker is with hummingbirds, your images will be stronger if you slow your shutter speed down because they're just frozen. And that's cranking up your shutter speed is takes no effort at all, of course, and doesn't look like they're flying. So shutter speed, I go about 400th of a second max, and you get their wings blurred, and you'll introduce action into it. Otherwise, it's an excellent image.
Thank you, Jerry. In the Flora category, Flamen stamens. Flamen stamens.
The score is 80.
Score of 80. Let's go to Bruce.
Yeah, I scored an 83 on this. It definitely has impact. Comes up and wow, it's there. And the segments are nice, sharp, crisp. The things that held me back is around the edges of the main flower. There's some areas that are a little bit bright that tend to make it look softer than it is. And the the flower on the right-hand side and the other, I don't know what it's called, going up is they're quite a distraction because of their bright colors. I would somehow have gotten rid of those and brought in cropped it in from the right-hand side. So you just get that main flower there that just kind of, boom, it's got a lot of punch.
Yeah.
In the places category, we have Crown of Light. Crown of Light.
The score is 82.
82, Jerry.
I scored just an 80. Nice architectural image overall. I like how you've captured all the lights coming out, radiating on the circular walkway. I really love that. The building has got great detail up top and the upper story, but the biggest problem is that the highlights are just too bright on the lights and the downstairs area of the building and the lights on the walk. It just needs to come down on the highlights. This is excellent overall. I would have gone higher.
In
80.
the
I'd like to add one little thing there.
Yeah.
Sure.
Having the girl in the middle brings it, makes it interesting addition.
In the animal category,
No, I don't think this is an animal.
Animal?
I've got animal category, warm inside. It's
Sorry,
inside.
that's the wrong category, I think.
I think you're right.
But I think you're right. It's the wrong. Someone put it in the wrong category.
It was
should-
entered as animal. You're correct.
Yeah, but it should not. I think this should be places.
Okay.
You want to suggest it as places then?
I think so.
I concur.
Sounds good.
Okay.
All right, we'll call that the places category. It's warm inside.
The score is 79.
Okay, this is Kip's.
I scored this image a 78. Pretty much there's multiple reasons on this one. We have competing color balances. You've got blue in the background, you got blue in the foreground, you've got blown out highlights in the lights, and you've got warm tones in the lights in the front as well, and the lights that are on the building and on the rail. So and then you go to the trees, and the trees have the lights on them that shouldn't be there. You know, they're distracting as well. So just a bunch of different color balances that are throwing me off here. That are competing for each other. They're competing for, I want to be the boss. And I like to capture, but my eye is going everywhere. It's going to the background, to the snow. It's going to the house. It's going to the rail, because your eye goes to the brightest spot. But all those lights on the rails are taking me down to the house and then back up into the water and to the reflections and then over to the trees. So my eyes going everywhere.
Kip,
Okay.
what would you think of it in black and white?
Yeah, that would be much better. Definitely.
In the photojournalism category, we have fire in downtown San Bernardino. Fire in downtown San Bernardino.
Yeah.
The score is 76.
I guess I'm up on this. I've scored a 75. This image has a lot of impact on it and has a lot of potential. There was a couple things that I would suggest. First of all, cropping down from the top. There's too much light up there, and somehow lighten up the firemen and the ladder in that process. I realize there's probably smoke in between us and the firefighter and that, but you could still make those items pop out by lighting them up a little bit and changing the contrast a little bit.
Bruce,
Interesting.
I'm sorry. Are those sensor spots up on the left-hand side, Bruce, or not? You think?
For me,
Are those sensor spots on the top left?
they could be, yes. I hadn't noticed those. Yeah, if it looks like a sensor spot, even if it might not be, good idea to get rid of it.
In the places category, Key View at sunrise. Keys View at sunrise.
The score is 80.
Jerry.
Yeah, I gave this an 80. Yeah, I'm a Joshua Tree fanatic. I do this all the time. Nice skies, got a good impact because of that. I like the compositionally placement where your Joshua Tree on the left. I like the Joshua Tree over on the far right as well. I'd like to turn this into a skinny to improve it, crop off a good portion of the bottom and make it a long slim Jim, and it would go even higher. I gave it an 80.
Thank you, Jerry. The next is in the animal category. Greater yellow legs. Greater yellow legs.
The score is 81.
81. This is Skips.
For this an 80 as well. Nice capture on the beach, hanging out on the beach. I would bring it down just a little bit on the highlights again. Bring in that white, just give me a little more detail on that white and on the face, on the white, on the near the eye, and also in the reflection. Just give me a little bit more detail there on the highlights, and it's going to look good. And you would also bring in that yellow reflection on the sand, and I think you still have a winner all the way through. Very nice.
Thank you, Kip. In the open miscellaneous category, stormy day, stormy day.
The score is 79.
Bruce,
I scored it a 79. I thought it had real good impact when it came up. And I love the bottom half of the image where it's crisp and a lot of contrast in it. It really drew my eyes there. In the top third, I'd have gotten rid of it. Gone maybe on this one with a square format and just concentrate on the bottom 2/3 of the image. As I said, it has impact, and yes, there's the whites are blown out, but it's part of this thing is the high contrast effect that's here. So I enjoyed the image. I just wish it didn't have the top third.
in the places category, on the lake, NY is the title. On the lake, I assume that's New York. On the lake, New York.
I think we have a discrepancy of more than 10 points. So
Yeah.
the judges could go ahead and give us your comments.
We have an 83 with a challenge. One of the scores is more than 10 of the above another one. So I guess we'll start with Jerry since it's his.
I gave this a 79. I guess it's like, I consider this above average, but not really merit category. The highlights need to be brought down in the sky. The horizon line is pretty much dead center. So I need to go one way or the other, pick a direction, probably take out some of the sky because the water is actually more interesting. Exposure looks good though, except for those clouds needing to be toned down a bit. So I give it a 79.
Bruce?
I gave this a 90. I think it's a superior image. The impact of it's coming up is just wow. Looking at it, everything is sharp, tack sharp. Even the ripples, you can see all the ripples very nicely within the water. And yes, it's divided in half, but it just, to me, it's just fantastic. I personally, I think if I was doing this, I'd have probably brought it in from the top and bottom a little bit, make it a little bit more horizontal landscape type of format. But it's just, you just go into it and it's just so much. It's just, I think, an outstanding picture.
And Kip?
I'm closer to Jerry here. I love the image. I love the way I scored the image at 80. I scored the image at 80, but I love how the light skims across all the trees. Your only real dead spot for lighting is on the right-hand side by the shore. That's your darkest spot. There is too much water in the foreground, with all the clouds right in the front. But I would take some down from the top and the bottom, and whether I made it a pano or not, I might make it a panorama. But I do like a lot of the sky, and I do like half the water. So I think I'm comfortable with my 80. But I love I love the color of the trees, and the lake with the clouds is beautiful.
Okay, judges, clear and rescore, please.
Score is 82.
In the places category, Giants of the Pass. Giants of the Pass.
The score is 81.
Yep.
For the image is 79. Another nice capture here. The mountains, I wish they had more snow because it's that time of the year where they were definitely popping back there. The turbines are always a good place to look. The foreground, this one little stick or whatever's here in the foreground, I would have got rid of that. This right in the center. That's the one thing that's bugging me. Besides that, I think everything else is just looking really nice. Nice blue sky, white clouds. The trails bother me a little bit, but I can deal with them. I can't change them. But nice capture, nice capture. And the turbines are being seen. You can see them. You can see them, and there's a whole lot of them out there producing a lot of energy.
The next image is in the places category. First light, Buckhorn Cave. First light, Buckhorn Cave. Cove. Buckhorn Cove. First light, Buckhorn Cove.
The score is 78.
78. Bruce, it's yours.
Yeah, I scored it at 76. I like the image. It's a nice place to be, to photograph. To me, I get the feeling that it is slightly tilted to the right-hand side. I might be wrong on that, but there, and the foreground is just too dark. It just needs a little bit of light in it to bring it out. And then contrasting that, in fact, there's a couple rocks on it that are burned out, very bright. So the contrast here is just, extremely large, so it makes it very difficult to get it. I'd be very tempted to do a multiple exposure and then bring them together so you can get some detail in the shadows as well as keep the details in the highlights. And there also looks like there's kind of a halo over the rocks in the background.
Well, that is our final image. Scorekeeper will need to look at it to see if we have a clear-cut best of show.
We do not. We have two that have tied, and the two images that have tied at 84 are
We
Lake.
don't need the images, Russ. We
What?
just need to do the math.
I did the
Math
math.
is done. They're tied at 84.
Yeah, they're tied at 84.00.
Okay, with both even after the.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, well then we need to pull them up then.
Okay, so the two you need to pull up are Lake Mary and Mountains and Yosemite Icy Sunset.
Okay, so judges, if you would please, I don't know, how do we do this? We don't
Gotta see both.
rescore it?
We need to see both of them.
Show both images,
Yep.
and then they're going to have to decide.
Sorry, I don't know how to display two images at the
You
same
can't.
time.
You just need to go to the second image.
Oh, okay. Sorry, the second image is the,
Lake Mary and Mountains.
yeah, give me a second.
That was number 21.
There was another 84 in there as well, I thought.
No,
Yes, there was, but then the average is less than these two. We do the calculation by 0.2 of a decimal space. And
the
the
other one was 83.67.
0.67.
Thank you, Julie.
I'd vote for this one.
I vote for the icy blue Yosemite one. Far better compositionally.
Julie, switch back and forth.
Where is yeah.
No contest. This is
I have to go for the other one. If this was darker, I would go for the Yosemite. I have to go for this one here.
Same here.
So we have 2 for Lake Mary.
Okay, judges, thank you so much. Let's give a big round of applause. Unmute yourself. Give a big round of applause to all of our entries today.
yeah.
Thank you so much to our judges for your insight and I mean, this is the wisdom of Solomon on some of these things. It's I don't, some of these things I don't see until after you point it out, and then it's so obvious I can't not see it. So
Yeah.
that's part of the learning process, and appreciate it. Kip, we just go around the horn. Kip, you got any last closing comments for us?
That Yosemite shot was amazing. Like I said, it just highlights, bring them down a little bit, bring in that just bring those highlights down, and that's an award winner right there.
All right. Jerry, any last comments overall or specific
Well,
image?
some really good images tonight, and mostly, we have some really good ideas, but need to work on the execution. That's why they may not have gotten as far as you might have wanted them to if you're a maker. So I saw some really great core images and ideas, and then we have some really good ones as well with the 384s. So good job, guys.
That's fantastic. Bruce, close us out.
A lot of very beautiful images, had a lot of impact on it. One comment I'd like to state, though, is the presentations are, shall we say, rather interesting. A lot of them are like this, where it's just basically a single line, or maybe 2 lines, but very, very thin. So there's very little presentation to help accent the picture.
Yeah.
It's definitely not a strong point of ours. I would I would say. Oh, great, Julie. Anything to add?
No, I just want to thank all our judges. Thank you, Bruce. Thank you, Jerry. Thank you, Kip,
Welcome.
for being our judges. It's been a great evening. We have learned so much from all your comments and all your encouragement. We will definitely take that to heart, and hopefully it's proof. But overall, thank you. And thank you, everybody else. Bruce, Cheryl, Carl, Russ, for helping out at our meeting. And thank you, everyone, for entering. It's been a great turnout. So thank you.
Look forward to our summer competition.
Yes, that's right.
Putting it together.
night.
You did a good job.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Good night.
Good night, Julie.
Good
Enjoy the
night.
train tracks. Museum.